And we're off. Let's put the car in drive. Gonna start driving. Today I'm talking to you about Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 7. The middle chapter of what was told to us is going to be the best 3 episodes of DC TV ever. I was not the biggest fan of the first one. The second one, yeah, they brought it. Fantastic episode through and through. Let me say that right from the jump. It was great. It was upsetting as all hell. I'm not entirely sure if the right guy ate it there. I'm gonna go on a limb and say probably not. Man alive, what a lot to dive into on this one. First and foremost, like I said, great episode. Some of John Cena's best acting ever. Saw a post earlier saying that, like, is he the best wrestler turned actor ever, or is he just an actor who happened to wrestle? And I think it's the latter. He's an actor who used to wrestle. He is phenomenal. When his spoilers, here they come. When his dad gets fucking murdered in front of him, or not his dad, his multiversal dad, and then his brother's getting stabbed to death in front of him. Just that, will you stop, please? Oh, and man, you feel that he feels responsible for it all. Man, it just really comes through. It's tough to watch stuff. On top of being really funny, like surprisingly funny. The reveal that, Chris just didn't know he was in the Nazi universe, even though there's a copy of Mein Kampf on every desk. He's like, what, you think I had this buff looking at books? Oh, yeah. That book is Mein Kampf. And there's a huge mural of Hitler right next to you. Oh, fuck, I'd have missed that one. That's good shit, man. That is funny, good shit. Adebayo, Judo Master having a moment together. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a lot of fun. Them playing Squabble and just like man, I suck at Scrabble. Like that was funny. All of this was good. I liked we need to break up. Why? Because of what I'm about to do. And then he just wrecks house and argues, which is great. All in all, great stuff. I like the notion, while not being a total reveal per se, that his dad, not a Nazi. Is he a good guy? We don't know. I mean, he did just murder a bunch of cops, but as he said, those cops are certainly not innocent. Cool seeing the cop season 1 pop up again. That was fun. Bummer when you think about, where's Song? Oh yeah, Nazi universe, Asian woman. Fuck. Rough world that they are living in. I thought the comparison to our world was, although obvious, not handled the best. Not that different from our world. Yeah, that's right. Like, it felt like I have to tack this on here because of all the shit that we're going through, which obviously we're going through a lot of shit right now if you're in America. But I think the correlation was already happening. We didn't need Adebayo just to hang a light on it, like in case you didn't get it. That was just one moment that just went a little bit too far for me. Not the end of the world. But my biggest takeaway from this is I've been kind of cold on this season, if you've been watching my reviews. And as as much as I loved the first season, this one has been good, but I've been complaining about the pacing a lot. And this episode, to me, really solidified my pacing complaints. I was going to throw a few things out there that it would have been like, if they had done the reveal that it's the Nazi universe in the same way they did the reveal that butterflies are bugs that are inside your head in the end of episode 3, same thing here. If we got the reveal that he's in the Nazi universe, but his dad is not a Nazi. He's not a great guy. He's enabling the Nazis, which, that kind of in a way doesn't make you innocent. But you could see how Peacemaker, who now has a dad who likes him, could make that leap. And you could start seeing a relationship between him and his dad of like, yes, the world's bad, but look, we're helping people. Not everyone's bad because it's the world they grew up in. And my job is to help the people as they are. And you could see the struggle of a guy trying to raise his kids in this really fucked up world that he doesn't agree with, but knows that if he publicly states he doesn't agree with it, he's going to be thrown into camp with everybody else. But then John shows up and he starts having like an actual relationship with him, and he's not that shitty son that he used to have who fully bought into all the Nazi shit. And this guy, like, he understands and he wants to help people, and you could start seeing that relationship between his dad and him start to form. Keith, his brother, could start getting really jealous because he really got along with his Nazi fuck of a brother, but he doesn't really get along with this new one very much, and he has to keep it like stowed away that they have a multiversal Chris, and he fucking hates it. There's so many things that could have happened in this season had they not just waited to reveal, oh, it's Nazi universe at the end of the third. Beginning of the last 3 episodes, that makes more sense. And I feel like we kind of got robbed of that stuff. And that's not to say that the storytelling is bad. It's not. It's certainly better than I could do. I'm not saying the performances are bad. They've been incredible throughout. Everyone has been bringing their A game, which has been great. It's nice seeing Vigilante do some Vigilante stuff. That's been kind of needed this whole time. Throwing them both in the masks and having their suits be identical feels like we're waiting for a bait and switch. Like, oh, look at that. The other one came through and our Vigilante stayed and this new Vigilante came through. Like, it might not happen, but it could. They kind of left that door open. We'll see where that goes. But all in all, like it's good. It's good. And it could have been great. Like season 1 was great. This one is good. And the problem for me is that we're heading into episode 8, which James Gunn has stated is roughly about an hour long, a little bit under. And I'm like, for what? I'm not really left at this cliffhanger of needing to know more. John is fully... I keep saying John. What's wrong with me? Chris is fully aware that he... because John Cena. Duh. Chris is fully aware that, he screwed up. And that he got his multiversal family either killed or damn near killed in the case of Keith. And that he is responsible for that in one way or another. And he has just full-blown beaten himself up, turned himself in. Judo Master actually corroborated his story, which was kind of a nice little moment for him. Like, he listened to Adebayo that, like, no, Chris is a good guy. Like, he's an idiot. Didn't say he was a smart guy, but he's a good guy. And she even called it out entirely. It's like, I'm sure he hasn't even noticed that he's in a Nazi world yet, which he had not. Which doesn't forgive it in my book. Not that it really matters, but I'm not sure where I was going with this, but so the cliffhanger of him arrested, and then we get in the trailer that we're finally seeing those other doors they're going to open that they showed us way back before the season even started of, like, I don't think they're Brainiac things, but they kind of look like Brainiac things. And we're going to see where that's going, but in a full hour, I'm like, to me, this reeks of, like, we could have just paced this out differently. We didn't need to spend all these other, like, just almost filler episodes of, like, what's going on. Because at this point, I'm like, so what are we solving in this episode? What do we need to fix? Do we need to get Chris out of prison? Maybe, I guess. Do we need to rekindle him in Harcourt? I hope not. They've made it pretty clear they don't really work together. Do we need to see Keith's revenge? I guess. I'm not super into it just because it was so last minute. Whereas if this had been brewing over the course of a season, I think I'd be a little bit more excited about it. So I don't know. I'm pumped for the last episode just because it's the last episode and I like things James Gunn does. The emotional beats in this episode were top notch. As the episode, taking the season for what it is instead of what I wish it was, it's doing very, very well, and I'm having a good time with it. I'm excited to rewatch it as a binge and see if my complaints kind of like fizzle away or not. And they very well could. But yeah, so I'm just kind of left at this spot of I heard there's no season 3, or there might be a version of a season 3, but it won't be exactly what we want. I'm kind of tired of that cryptic answer. I get it. He can't give us everything. That's fine. But it's like, is Man of Steel Superman 2? No, but he's a major part of it. It's called, or not Man of Steel, Man of Tomorrow. It's like, Superman is the Man of Tomorrow. So, okay, sure. I guess it's a Lex Luthor Superman team-up movie made with Peacemaker. Who knows if Peacemaker's going to make it out of the next episode? He's in a pretty dark place right now. So who knows? Yeah, I'm going to watch the next one. I'll have a video review for it after I'm done with it. And I'm excited just to see where it goes. As James Gunn has made it very clear, he's very excited for all of us to see episode 8 because it's going to change our idea of where the DCU is going. Which is fine, but I'd rather know where Peacemaker is going. I'm not a huge fan of using properties to beef up other properties, which is something we were kind of told was not going to happen in the DCU. And yet here we are, and it kind of feels like it is. So if Peacemaker Season 2 has to die at the altar of the DCU to make the DCU better, then, I guess the DCU better be really good. Yeah. Not the happiest review, I know. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. I'm seeing a lot of people enjoy it. That's great. I hope you did. I hope you liked it better than I did, even though I still liked it. I still liked it. I just didn't love it. And yeah, that's I think that's all I got. Link this show out to your buds, like it, subscribe to it, tell us what other shows you want us to watch and review, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.